Hello, Who fans, and everyone else out there looking at this and wondering what the hell place are we in this week? Well, I thought I'd just introduce you to a little known storage area in the corner of Whoville. Pretty much just full of junk at the moment, which is what I'm going to talk about this week. For example, a lot of gaming stuff here. Some old war game stuff, archery. No, can't get that one up. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, some old bow swinging. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, this is mine. And drum kit there. Here. Anyway, that's not what you wanted to see. The reason we're here talking about games and gaming is because of a certain somebody and what's happening this week. You see, it's the start of the Vegas Cup, and obviously we've all been set up into suits of cards, not chess pieces. Doug, however, seems to have gone off on his own little wild tangent yet again, as he's been wanting to do these past few weeks. He's so convinced that he's got it all figured out, that he is the one who knows everything, that he's completely forgotten to actually check the facts first, which, you know, that's his prerogative. But still, got it a little wrong, though. You see, well, you're right, that sure, the chess piece analogy works brilliantly. It's a nice little idea and a metaphor for a lot of things that you can use very well. There is a slight problem on some things. For example, Marco Flint's is... how to put it this way? The guy's more like a rook. You point him in one direction and you kick him up the ass, and off he goes. That's how you use it. There is no other way. You put him and you shove him that way, and whatever is in front of him gets taken out. It's that simple. Very much like a rook is. Straight lines. And whatever's in front of them gets taken out. Oh, and the best thing, you know, the best thing about a rook in chess, using the whole analogy, this is why Marco is a rook. You're a king, Doug, is the rook and the king can switch places. So that the rook can, you know, protect the king by castling, which is a worse move, meaning you then hide behind a bunch of other people, while Marco Flint stands in the way of all the danger that's coming towards you and, you know, does the dirty work for you. Okay, I mean, we're doing chess analogies, Doug. Surely this one should have occurred to you much more than the knight or the bishop or... yeah, Sabra's the queen, fair enough. She's much more versatile than you'll ever be, and of course is willing to put it out there, so she goes in all directions. So that's fine. So yeah, Sabra's the queen, he was the king. King, very valuable piece, obviously. Can occasionally use the strategy to win in your chess games for you, but it's quite weak on its own and needs protecting. So yeah, sure, Doug, you work out as a brilliant king, because, you know, without all your minions and mindless do-gooders and people you can push around you, you are pretty useless and kind of need protecting. Unable to really do much on your own. Obviously, Cyclone alluded to your amazing global tower defenses, and pretty much the only thing you've been doing over the past year with him was clashing with the global title, which is commendable, but recently you've been on about as much decline as I was when I came back and kind of started with, and that was about all I've really seen from you, is sitting in a darkened room and preaching to a bunch of people who don't really know better. But anyway, all pulling the chain on your man-beast. Yeah, that's about all you've done. So apart from the fact that you've ignored the fact that this is not actually some kind of chess match, and is in fact a poker game, I can run with the whole chess analogy, if you want. I am a knight. I tend to move in unpredictable ways. I can go forwards and sideways. I can go backwards and left. You never really know where I'm going to be coming from and what I can do until I put it out of my ass and do it for you. So you got to be careful around me, because, you know, I am one of those guys who just takes people by surprise. But yeah, you see, Doug, this is a poker match. Poker with cards. Don't know if you'll play Texas Hold'em. You get given 2 cards. 3 are placed on the table after bets have been taken, and you decide if you've got a hand of 5 cards in those 3. You have to make the most powerful hand you can. Once all the bets are done, as long as everyone else hasn't, you know, folded and together and there's one winner, then you place another card down, which may raise the stakes, or may raise the opportunity for you to make a better hand. And then finally a fifth card, if this continues. At which point everyone around the table chooses the best 5 cards to make the best hand they can. This is called poker. This is an introduction to Texas Hold'em poker. And in poker the scoring is slightly different. Now, you're very right, in chess, the king is key. Capture the king, you win the game. Kill the king, it's all about the kings. Keep the king alive. The queen is the most powerful piece. But in poker, it's slightly different. You see, the king is a very high card. There's only one card in the game higher than a king, and that's the ace. But the ace can be one of two things. It can be a 1 or an 11, effectively. Making a very versatile card as well. But the king is always a king. Very good hand to have, very good card to have in your hand. You can win just off king high. It's one of the things. You can literally win the game of poker with just the one card. So never discount a king, Doug. Never discount a king. For example, if you want to hide behind your queen, Sabra, and one of us plays R4 and you get us, the king, well, king beats queen, Doug, in high card draw. And in the game of poker, without some support to make that queen more powerful, we win against the queens. That's how it works. But actually, your queen isn't Sabra. Cyclone's queen is Sabra. So technically, even if you wanted to take the synergy out of the equation, Sabra doesn't count for you. She counts for someone else entirely, which makes me an amazing double quandary for you, because now you've taken the only people you trust and actually mixed them up amongst people you don't like. You have a problem for you. But let me anyway explain things further. Another reason why you need to be focusing on poker, Doug, and not chess. For example, on its own, a king can be powerful in the right situation, but it will fall flat against any other pair, unless itself is paired with another king, or is part of a straight or a flush. Straight and flush, straight flush, royal flush. Best cards, or some of the best hands in the game, all 4 of a kind, or 3 of a kind. So you're good with all 4 other kings, which is good, you know, you go out on equal footing. We all go out together, 4 kings, 4 of a kind. Everybody goes, yay, it's the kings of the suit. This is where it gets really interesting, this is where I represent. It's all against all, and there's no real advantage for any one of us. Psych and me have a bit of chemistry, we can work together, we've had the history. However, I'll get to him in a minute, I don't want Psych to win. And admittedly, the reasons are quite altruistic, but it's also fairly selfish. But I'll get to that in a second. Bear with me. So, having established, Doug, that you are pretty much useless on your own, except in given circumstances, you need the support of the rest of your suit to make yourself any better. And as you've only got 1 of each card in your suit, that kind of rules out the pairs and the 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind kind of thing. So what you've actually got instead is the ability to make a straight. Now your straight can run one of 2 ways. You can run all the way up from 9 upwards, for example. So you can go King, Queen, Jack, King, 10, King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9 natural cards. Or you can drop the 9 and have an ace. So it goes 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. Both of those are very powerful. Obviously, as you're all the same suit, it's an extremely powerful hand called a flush, and it's a straight flush. Now, explain the rules of poker to you, Doug. We can drop the chess analogies because this is the wrong game, and none of us frankly give a shit. Now, you can pretend that so-and-so, so-and-so. Also, you missed out all the pawns. They're some of the most powerful pieces in chess, Doug. And sure, you can stack your bench with powerful pieces, like rooks and bishops and whatever, and queens, seeing as you put so much stock in your queen, but pawns do all the work. They're not just your single throwaway gangs like you say Sid Phoenix is. Give me the Illuminati chess set. Actually, no, scratch that. I'll take the Cult of Personality chess set any day. Cult of Personality chess set. Stu Hu, king. Bella Panzer, queen. My Jack, James Newson. My Joker, nah, it's too harsh. But put him in chess pieces. Queen Bella, Bishop James. Nah, make it more of a knight. I'd say I'm a knight. I'd have James my king, and I'll be the knight. Yeah, it's altruistic like this. It's great. Plus, it means I get to play 2 pieces because you know I'm 150%, so I'm 50% better than everyone else. 50% rounds up to 200. You see how I'm going with this? 200%, yeah, 2 pieces, yeah, cool. Anyway, all my pawns, all of the fans, all of the ski universe, all of the ski universe, all together. A pawn, never discount it. You can take one out, knock some random guy out of the crowd, knock some random guy out of the roster. Yeah, who cares? 2 of them together, danger zone. 3, 4, 5, 6. Bad news for you, Doug. I've got thousands of people on my back. I've got thousands of people sharing everything I want to do in SCW. I've got thousands of people spurring me on. I've got thousands of people cheering my name. I have 10,000 every night I go in that arena, fists pumped, raised in the air, calling me on. Currently, you have nobody. You have the big peon monsters that you've got with you, and that's it. No one likes you. Now, obviously, there's been some some rumours, some speculation as to exactly who I'm calling out. Now, I haven't made a decision yet, Doug. Perhaps it's you. Perhaps it's Cyclone. Perhaps it's Paradox McSweeney. Perhaps it's Swagalicious. You know, that guy really rubs me up the wrong way sometimes. But no, I'm not going to tell you here. We'll save this one for later on in the show and keep people reason to tune in and watch you and your reaction when you finally hear the news that you're not getting your ass handed to you this week. So, Doug, chess is over. Ignore the chess. We know now that Savage your queen. You've announced this. You don't need to start passing chess pieces by, unless they've got, like, you know, hidden false bottoms. You like unscrew the bottom, rip it out, and there's like a note inside saying, "Oh, Doug, I really love you. I want to suck your dick," or something like that. You know, whatever gets you off. But anyway, poker. Yeah, hang on. I just saw the hidden sexual context in that one as well. Anyway, ignoring this. Sykes got Sabra, so ignore her. You've got somebody. I don't care. I've got the best suit. Why? Providence, luck. A lot of it was picked by random number draw. I just happened to get lucky in who I got. I got the most varied suit, and I got the best potential in my suit. It's not, I'm not bragging about it. It's not something I need to really sort of ooh about. But I've got all of the ingredients to be a proper suit of hearts. I am the king of hearts. I have this much heart. I have heart. Massive heart. I've got Shelby Lynn as my queen. Now, admittedly, back in the day when I first chose her, she was a bit more giving on the whole heart front than she currently is now. But still, you gotta admire the girl. She has passion. She's a former global champion. She's a former female global champion. Seems to me I attract former female global champions like the plague. Oh wait, no, that's a bit sick. No, sorry, Shelby, I didn't mean it like that. I attract former female global champions because they love me and I love them and everybody loves them, and it's just the way it goes with the cult of personality that everybody loves us and we all love each other. So, Shelby is looking at you. Stay at it. The rest of my suit, very good as well, not complaining. But then Sykes' suit's pretty good as well. Checked out his, he announced who he had, so that's good. This could be an interesting competition, is what I'm saying. There's lots of magic, there's lots of fist, bang, fizz, potential.